My name is Keiko. I am 96 years old, and I have cooked rice nearly every single day of my life. That is over 35,000 bowls of rice. And I can tell you, most people, even here in Japan, they do not know how to cook rice properly. They think, rice cooker, push button, finished. No, 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 that is not real rice. That is convenience rice. Today I show you the old Okinawan way, the way my grandmother showed me when I was 6 years old in our kitchen in Ogimi village. The way that makes rice so perfect, so delicious, that you will taste the difference in the first bite. You will feel it in your stomach. Your body will say, "Ah, yes, this is real rice." So please, come close. Watch carefully. I will show you everything. First thing, you must choose your rice correctly. In Okinawa, we have special relationship with rice. Rice came to us later than mainland Japan, maybe 2,000 years ago, and we learned to treat it with great respect. Not too much, not too little, just right. For daily eating, I use Japanese short grain rice, not the fancy expensive kind. No, medium quality is perfectly fine. You know why? Because technique matters more than price. I have seen people waste beautiful, expensive rice because they cook it wrong way, and I have made cheap rice taste like emperor's meal because I cook it correct way. So do not worry about buying most expensive rice. Worry about doing the steps properly. Now, measuring. This is where many people make first mistake. They use measuring cup, they think. Okay, 2 cups rice, 4 cups water, finished. No, rice is alive. Rice is different every day. In summer, rice absorbs moisture from air. In winter, rice becomes drier. In rainy season, completely different. How can you use same measurement every time? You cannot. This is why in old Okinawa, we never used fixed measurements. We used our body, our senses. I will teach you the real way now. Take your rice, put it in your bowl, any amount you want to cook. Now, I teach you the washing technique. This is extremely important. Many modern people, they wash rice very roughly, very fast. They damage the rice. They wash away too much of the good starch. In Okinawa, we wash rice like we wash a baby. Gentle, with intention, with love. Put rice in bowl, add cool water, not cold, not warm, cool. Now, use your hand, fingers together, slightly curved. Move your hand in circular motion, always clockwise. You know why clockwise? Because this is the direction of natural energy flow. My grandmother taught me this. She said, counterclockwise disperses energy, clockwise gathers energy. When you cook rice, you want to gather good energy into every grain. Make these gentle circles for about 20 seconds. The water will become cloudy white. This is the outer starch coming off. Pour this water away. Be careful, do not pour the rice out. Now, add fresh water again. Same circular motion, clockwise, gentle. Another 20 seconds. Pour away. Do this again. Most people stop after 2 or 3 times. This is mistake. In Okinawa, we wash minimum 5 times, sometimes 7 times. You wash until the water is almost clear. Not completely clear, almost clear. You see the difference? If you wash until completely clear, you have washed away too much. The rice will be too dry when cooked. If you stop when water is still very cloudy, the rice will be gummy, sticky, in wrong way. So, almost clear. This is the sign. Now comes the secret that almost nobody knows anymore. After final wash, you must let rice rest in fresh water. Soak it. How long? This depends on season and rice age. New rice, harvested recently, needs less time. Maybe 20 minutes. Old rice, stored for many months, needs longer. Maybe 45 minutes. In summer, 30 minutes is enough. In winter, I soak for 1 hour. Why? Because rice grain needs time to absorb water slowly, all the way to the center. If you cook rice immediately after washing, the outside will cook faster than inside. Outside becomes mushy, while inside stays hard. This is the most common rice problem. People are too impatient. They do not let rice drink properly. While rice is soaking, I prepare my pot. In old days, we only used hagama. This is thick iron pot, very heavy, round bottom. Today, these are expensive and hard to find. So I tell you, you can use thick-bottomed stainless steel pot with tight-fitting lid. Not thin pot, not aluminum. Aluminum heats too unevenly. Thin pot burns rice on bottom. You need thick, heavy pot. The thick bottom distributes heat evenly, holds heat long time even after you turn off fire. This is crucial for final steaming stage. Now, after soaking time is finished, you must drain rice completely. Pour through strainer. Let it sit in strainer for 10 minutes. Let all excess water drip away. This is another step people skip. They think, oh, rice is soaking in water, so I just pour some water out and cook. No, no, no. You must drain completely first. Otherwise you cannot measure water correctly for cooking. Here is the most important technique, the water measurement. In Okinawa, we use what we call mizukagen, water line method. Put your drained rice into your cooking pot. Spread it flat, level surface. Now, place your hand flat on top of rice, fingers together. Press down just slightly so hand is touching rice surface. Now, keep hand there and add water. Add water until water level comes exactly to the first knuckle line of your index finger. You see this line here, where finger bends. Exactly to this line, not to fingertip, not to second knuckle, first knuckle. This is the perfect ratio. It works for any amount of rice. 1 cup rice? First knuckle. 10 cups rice? First knuckle. Why does this work? Because the ratio between rice depth and water depth stays constant. This is ancient wisdom. Before measuring cups, before scales, before recipes written on paper, this is how we knew. Our body knew. But Keiko, you might say, what if someone has very long fingers or very short fingers? Okay, I tell you, the first knuckle measurement works because most human proportions are similar in ratios. But if you are worried, I give you the technical measurement. Water should be approximately 1.2 times the depth of the rice layer. So if rice layer is 4 centimeters deep, water should be about 5 centimeters above rice. But honestly, the finger method is better. It accounts for small variations. It connects you to the rice. It makes you pay attention. This is the Okinawan way. We cook with our senses, not just with our mind. Now, one more secret before cooking. Take 1 umeboshi. This is pickled plum. Very sour, very salty. We Okinawans eat these every day. So healthy, so good for digestion. Take 1 umeboshi and place it right in center of rice, on top, before you start cooking. Why? 3 reasons. First, umeboshi is acidic. This slight acidity keeps rice from spoiling if you live in hot climate like Okinawa. Rice stays fresh longer. Second, the salt and minerals from umeboshi distribute through rice during cooking. Gives rice more complex flavor, not salty flavor, just more depth, more deliciousness. Third, umeboshi is symbol of good fortune. We Okinawans believe food is not just nutrition. Food carries energy. Umeboshi carries protection energy. When you cook rice with umeboshi, you are asking for protection and health for everyone who eats this rice. If you do not have umeboshi, you can use 5 centimeter square piece of kombu seaweed. Place it on top of rice. Same benefit. Kombu adds minerals, adds umami flavor, but I prefer umeboshi. This is personal preference. Now we cook. Put pot on stove. Do not put lid on yet. Keep lid off. Turn heat to medium high. Not maximum high, not medium. medium-high. You want water to come to boil relatively quickly, but not violent boil. Watch the pot. Do not walk away. This is important time. You are beginning the relationship with this rice. As water starts to heat, you will see small bubbles forming around edges. Then you will see movement on surface. Then you will see first real bubbles coming up through. When you see steady bubbling all across the surface, now you put the lid on. Put lid on tight. Turn heat down to absolute lowest setting your stove can do. Lowest. In old Okinawa, we would move pot to edge of charcoal fire, where heat is very gentle. Today, just turn modern stove to lowest number. Now comes the hard part. You must wait. You must not lift lid. You must not stir. You must not peek. For exactly 15 minutes, you do nothing. Just listen. At first, you will hear bubbling sound, gentle sound, like small stream. This is good. This means water is simmering, rice is cooking. After about 8 or 9 minutes, sound changes, becomes quieter. This is water being absorbed into rice. After about 12 minutes, you might hear tiny crackling sound, very faint. This is bottom layer of rice beginning to toast slightly. This is good. In Okinawa, we love the bottom layer. We call it okog, slightly crispy, slightly brown. So delicious. The crackling sound tells you, yes, your rice is cooking correctly. After 15 minutes exactly, turn off heat completely, but do not remove lid. This is where most people make terrible mistake. They think, oh, cooking time is finished, let me check the rice. No, rice is not finished. Now begins murashi, the resting time, the steaming time. This is when magic happens. Leave lid on tight. Do not peek. Let pot sit on the turned off burner for exactly 18 minutes. Not 10 minutes like recipes say. Not 15 minutes. 18 minutes. Why 18? Because in Okinawan tradition, 18 is lucky number, but also, practically, 18 minutes is exactly the time needed for moisture to redistribute perfectly through every grain of rice. The steam, trapped under lid, continues to work. The rice on top, which was exposed to less direct heat, now finishes cooking from the steam. The rice on bottom, which got more heat, now relaxes and absorbs moisture from the steam. After 18 minutes, every single grain from top to bottom will be perfectly cooked. Same texture, same moisture, perfect. After 18 minutes, now you can open lid. But do not just open and start eating. No, one more step. Take rice paddle. In Okinawa, we use wooden paddle, never metal. Metal damages rice grain. Wooden paddle is gentle. Take paddle and cut through rice, dividing it into 4 sections, like cutting cross. Then, gently lift rice from bottom and fold it over to top. Not mixing, folding. You want to release excess steam and redistribute grains. Do this very gently. Not mashing, not stirring, folding. Maybe 4 or 5 folding motions total. This fluffs the rice. This separates grains. This releases the last bit of excess moisture, so rice is not wet. Now your rice is finished. Look at it. Every grain separate, but still tender. Slightly glossy, not wet, not dry. Perfect. Take one grain and press it between your fingers. It should compress easily, but not turn to mush. Take a small bite. Taste it. You will taste sweetness. Real rice, cooked properly, is naturally sweet. You do not need to add anything. The sweetness comes from starch that was properly developed during soaking, then properly cooked during the gentle simmering. This sweetness is sign of perfect rice. Let me tell you something. In Okinawa, we eat rice at almost every meal, but we do not eat huge portions like mainland Japan. We eat small bowl, maybe 100 grams. Rice is not the star of meal. Rice is the foundation. Rice is what allows us to enjoy vegetable, fish, tofu, miso soup. Rice should support other flavors, not overwhelm them. When rice is cooked correctly like this, you need less rice, because each bite is so satisfying, so complete. Your body recognizes real food. Your stomach feels satisfied with less quantity. I want to tell you one more secret about leftover rice. Many people, they cook rice, they eat some, they put rest in refrigerator. Next day, rice is hard, rice is dry. They try to microwave it. Terrible, becomes rubbery. In Okinawa, we have special method for leftover rice. When you finish cooking rice using this method I showed you, take portion you will eat now. Then, take remaining rice and put it in wooden container or ceramic bowl. Cover with clean damp cloth, not wet cloth, damp cloth. Leave this at room temperature if you will eat within 8 hours. If longer, put in refrigerator, but still covered with damp cloth. The damp cloth keeps rice from drying out. When you want to eat leftover rice, take portion, sprinkle tiny bit of water on it, maybe 1 teaspoon, and steam it for 3 minutes, not microwave. Steam. This revives the rice completely. Tastes almost like fresh, but I will tell you truth. Rice is best eaten within 2 hours of cooking. After this, even with best storage, rice begins to lose something. The texture changes, the sweetness fades. This is why in old Okinawa, we cooked rice 3 times per day. Small amounts, fresh for each meal. I know modern life is busy. People do not have time to cook rice 3 times per day. This is why I teach you this method. If you cook rice this way, even leftover rice next day will be better than most people's fresh rice. Now, some of you might say, Keiko, I have rice cooker. Why should I cook rice in pot? My rice cooker has fuzzy logic, has 10 different settings, very expensive, very modern. I tell you honestly, rice cooker is not bad. Rice cooker is convenient, but rice cooker cannot replace human attention. Rice cooker does not know if today is humid or dry. Rice cooker does not adjust for the specific batch of rice you bought. Rice cooker does not put love into the cooking. When you cook rice in pot, using this method, you are connecting to thousands of years of wisdom. You are using your senses. You are becoming better cook. This skill improves everything else you cook. But if you must use rice cooker, at least do the washing correctly. Do the soaking correctly. Do the water measurement with your finger method. Put umeboshi in. Let rice rest after cooking, with lid on, for full 18 minutes before rice cooker switches to warm mode. These steps you can still do. These steps will improve your rice cooker rice by maybe 40%. Not as good as pot method, but much better than just pouring rice and water in and pushing button. I have cooked rice this way for 90 years, every day, every meal. My hands know these movements without thinking, but I still pay attention every time. I still notice how rice looks today, how water sounds, how steam smells. Cooking rice is meditation. Cooking rice is practice of awareness. In Okinawa, we have saying, "Show me how person cooks rice. I will tell you how they live life." Person who rushes rice, who cuts corners, who does not pay attention, this person probably lives same way. Always rushing, never present. But person who takes time with rice, who follows each step carefully, who waits patiently during marashi time, this person probably lives with more peace, more appreciation. This is why our Okinawan elders live so long. Not just because we eat healthy food, because we do everything with attention, with care, with correct way. Before I finish, I want to tell you about rice and health. Modern science says rice is bad. Too much carbohydrate, raises blood sugar, makes people fat. But in Okinawa, we have eaten rice for 2,000 years, and we have longest life expectancy in world. How is this possible? I tell you. First, we eat small portions. Second, we eat rice with many vegetables, seaweed, fermented foods. These foods slow down sugar absorption. Third, and most important, we cook rice correctly. When you cook rice this way, with proper soaking, proper gentle heat, proper resting time, the starch structure changes, becomes more resistant starch. This type of starch is harder for body to digest quickly, so blood sugar rises slowly, not spike up suddenly. Your body processes it better. You feel satisfied longer. This is why traditional cooking methods are important, not just for taste, for health. Also, when rice is cooked this way and then cooled, resistant starch increases even more. This is why rice balls, made from properly cooked rice and eaten at room temperature, are actually very healthy food. In Okinawa, we take leftover breakfast rice, form into balls, wrap in seaweed, take to field for lunch. By noon, rice has cooled. Resistant starch is maximum. This rice actually feeds good bacteria in your intestine, helps digestion, helps immune system. So you see, the problem is not rice itself. Problem is how modern people cook rice and eat rice. Wrong method, wrong portion, wrong combination. Fix these things. Rice is wonderful food. One more thing I want to share about gratitude. In Okinawa, before we eat, we always say, "Itadakimasu." This means, "I humbly receive this food." We think about farmer who grew rice. We think about sun and rain that fed the rice plant. We think about earth that held roots. We think about all the people who transported rice, sold rice, all the way until rice arrived in our kitchen. So many people, so much nature, so much work, just for this one bowl of rice. When you cook rice this way, when you take 45 minutes from start to finish, you understand this better. You cannot take rice for granted. Every grain represents life, represents effort, represents gift. This is why I want you to learn this method, not just to make better tasting rice, but to change your relationship with food, to slow down, to pay attention, to appreciate. In modern world, everything is fast, fast, fast. Microwave, instant, 5 minutes. But some things cannot be rushed. Rice is one of these things. Rice teaches patience. Rice teaches respect. Rice teaches proper way. So I leave you with this. Tonight or tomorrow, try this method. Get small amount of rice. Wash it gently, clockwise, 5 to 7 times. Soak it for 30 minutes. Drain it completely. Measure water with your finger to first knuckle. Place umeboshi in center. Cook on medium-high until boiling. Then lowest heat for 15 minutes. Turn off heat. Rest 18 minutes with lid on. Then fold gently and taste. I promise you, this rice will be different from any rice you have eaten from rice cooker or from restaurant. This rice will taste like Okinawa, like tradition, like home. And if you try this method, if you make this perfect rice, please think of me. Think of 6-year-old Keiko in her kitchen in Okinawa, who learned this from her grandmother, going back many generations. You are now part of this chain. You are now carrying this knowledge forward. Maybe one day you will teach your children or grandchildren. Maybe this old Okinawan way will continue for another 100 years because you learned it today. This makes me very happy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to old woman talk so long about simple thing like rice. But rice is not simple. Rice is life. Rice is culture. Rice is connection between past and future. Cook it well. Eat it with gratitude and live long, healthy life like us, Okinawans. Now, go make some rice, the right way.